No. If you go into Chillism right now and ask if you owe anybody money, everybody will say, of course you fucking do. No, everybody.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong.
Samoa,
you're absolutely wrong.
I'm a reason you're $50 short, right?
Oh, yes, you are, bro. You are, bro. We were going to make a bet with Joe, and
Samoa,
Necro jumped in. Oh, go ahead.
You still haven't told me, like, damn it, Necro.
Yeah, bro, I was like, stop. What are you doing? I'm going to split the bag with you.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for you to say, damn it, Necro.
Damn it, Necro.
Thank you. You're helping me catch on now.
There you go, man.
So what is this? This whole what did you hear about Fauci aide being charged with covering up or concealing COVID records? Did you hear about this?
This is old news.
Oh no.
Oh, is it?
No, he got pardoned for 10 years back.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So he's not to be executed?
That is old news. Thank you, Uma.
No?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, fuck America.
Uma, not all of us.
Uma, take it easy. Uma, please. There's a lot of Americans in here that don't appreciate your potty mouth, Uma. Uma, you are an extremely annoying person. A highly annoying person.
Oh my gosh, John.
It's true.
Oh, my pussy hurts. My pussy hurts.
Oh, anything goes.
Hey, John, you don't ever go to Uma's not like correct? Or Lisa's 420, like you don't ever go to those spots, John?
Yeah, I record all those rooms. What are you talking about?
Well, you don't ever hear me in there?
Yeah, you seem to have nothing going on for you in the real world because no one could possibly spend this much time talking, debating, and ChatGPTing, all communication. Hello?
What do you think you're doing? You sound like you're projecting right now. He's got a good point, John. Every room.
Where's my Uma? Uma, where do you live? Huh?
Oh, I live in
No, I'm not saying that all communication isn't projection. I'm just saying if my analysis of what you're doing is accurate, but it's still a projection, doesn't mean that it's not accurate. Hello?
kick that soccer game.
That's exactly what that means, John.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard what I said, but even if I'm projecting, it could still be accurate for both of us. I am complete.
Absolutely not. Somebody says that you're projecting. It has nothing to do with me.
Yes, because all the asshole want to fuck asshole and mommy is like,
What the fuck?
mommy is here, mommy is like, you asshole, go
That
away.
was horrible, John. What the fuck? Crazy. Dima.
Shame on Abraham Rothschild.
Yes, tell me.
You see your peoples?
Who's my peoples?
You kind of rolled through with a little drive-by earlier.
Who?
You.
You did an honorable act.
What, in Chillism?
Yeah, you kind of just rolled through.
Okay, robot, bye-bye.
I don't like to go in demon time. It's demon time.
So, Bima, if me and Rich were in a fight together, who do you think would win the fight over who stands up for human rights?
Depends on who's getting the
up for human rights or who?
Definitely Necro.
Fight.
110%.
Exactly.
Dima, who's your people?
Oh, fight. I'd fucking mop the floor with you.
The people that I don't like, just demons.
No, because you want to have, huh?
Yeah, I'm 6'4" and 260. I can't
Yeah, I
your
don't.
skull.
Well, and it's not that I don't like. Okay, so I try to stay away from demons, but I know that they need to be loved. So it's a push and pull relationship, you know. You want to be able to,
K-pop demon hunters.
Yeah. You think you can catch me,
I
Rich?
am all stomach. Look at this new.
Oh, but once I catch you, that's the problem.
This is a new
Yeah.
Harlem
Well, I'd love to see you catch me.
Yeah.
Necro, keeping score? USA winning or Iran winning?
Who's winning? I think that the world would win if both of them lost. I think if the war happens, the world's gonna lose.
So you don't think that there's a lot of people that are quiet right now, cheering in their minds, like, about time somebody's taking Iran out the way?
Like, China is really winning right now, is what I think.
I don't think they're winning at all.
You don't think?
China?
Yeah.
How the hell do you win when 70% of what you're using
China's
is not coming through?
Ass right
But to be honest,
70% of what you're using.
how the hell?
Yeah.
Oh,
70%.
But how the hell would you?
yeah. So China has until June 8th until China has until June 8th until they run out of oil and natural gas.
Yeah, they're gonna run out of oil.
They,
Why would you?
I know. So crazy. It's so crazy. It's actually 73% of all their oil production comes out of the Strait of Hormuz. 55% comes out of the Gulf nations, and 18% out of Iran.
And for what? Oil? Only?
I'm just trying to say, like, you think you live on
Just 10% from Iran, but their biggest supplier is Russia.
Does that mean that
See how men can
Well, they are after the war.
They can't, Uma. They just can't. They can't handle themselves.
Does that mean, Rich, that you're admitting that the Iraq War is about oil? Or the Iran War is about oil?
Bro, nobody cares about Iran.
You can't have each other ass.
That's not about
No, it's about leveraging, right?
They're just like, we're fucking each other.
But you can't deny that.
It's not North Korea.
Oh, Necro, I would never say that because I don't think so simplistically. I'm not a fucking moron. I would say that the Iraq War was specifically over the U.S. petrodollars and control over the insane. It was initially appointed by George Bush Sr. and it was taken out, and then the second we took back down, we switched back over to the U.S. petrodollar.
Demon, who you wanna hear?
I'm not simple like
Let's hear from A-Check first.
Okay,
And then
Mr. Man.
Samoa.
Be a man.
Oh, let's not hear any salient points ever.
Chevy.
Wait a second,
Hold on.
Chevy. Wait a second.
You don't ever
I'm
make
gonna
any
be
points.
You have so many fucking accounts and it's
Who
so
correct
fucking
your
annoying.
man
It's ridiculous. You know?
Bro, John's a mod in here.
Yesterday, Rich, we were talking about Islam for like 1 hour. I actually thought you actually smart.
You only like because I was talking about Muslims, how dirty they are.
1 hour, I actually thought you're smart. Now you just speak and you retire.
Bro, I kept telling you during the time. Okay, hold on.
We like A-Check. A-Check.
The entire time that you said you were agreeing with me and you were on my side, I kept telling you during that conversation to shut the fuck up, A-Check, and that you never make any points. It was funny. You were sucking my dick while I was fucking telling you to fuck off. I was saying shut the fuck up, A-Check.
Chevy, are you gonna be able to control yourself?
Is A-Check gonna be able to control himself?
Yes. A-Check will control himself. Right, A-Check? A-Check does control
Yeah, so
himself.
I gotta restate that piano sandball now. Restate it, because it's been sitting for like 20
Make sure you
years.
take before and after photos.
Yeah, I have a, this is what it would look like if it's finished reseined.
How about you just shut the
Hold on, A-Check, I'm gonna show Bimo the before. What it looks like currently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, PTR.
Okay, but show us, yeah.
Yeah, that's PTR. It needs sanded out and resand.
You know,
And it's missing the middle pedal, the brass pedal.
waste of time.
But it was built in 1910.
That's gonna look beautiful.
Oh, I
That's
know.
gonna look so beautiful.
I
Yeah,
just
I
know
can't
my
wait
son.
to hear it.
I know my son. He's the way he is. Once he starts learning shit, he's like very fucking OCD.
When are you gonna talk to your wife?
Well, A-Check's gone. Chevy, you ran everybody off. You ran A-Check off, you ran Samoa
John's
off.
still here. Necro's here. Almost here.
And
I didn't say Bree because I don't want Bree to
John's not even on, he's walked.
Oh, I'm here.
No.
I'm here. I'm listening.
He's in a green and white golf shirt wearing a cowboy hat, leaning back in his chair, looking at his phone.
John?
Yes, that's accurate.
is that him?
It's in his YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Hello? I'm here. I'm here. Hello?
And that's really John? What? Alan's John?
I'm gonna plant some rosemary.
I just tried. Uma, FY.
It almost looks like lavender.
Uma, FYI, I just tried kicking you from the room, but apparently my green bean mod powers aren't strong enough.
If you let rosemary get like extra big and shit like that, I can't remember what the fuck it does. It turns into like a tree or something. It turns into like an actual like a plant tree.
Yeah. No.
John, you can't kick Ahmad.
I know, it's unfortunate.
But it's no longer
You
useful
cannot
for
kick
like.
Omar. Omar stays.
I know, I can't,
Almost
I have
ends.
no power. I mean, I could boom the room, but I don't want to do that. I'm
I
having
don't want
fun.
Power. I have
Ooh,
no
John,
power.
an old SL Mercedes hardtop 70s.
John, you wouldn't do that, right? You wouldn't do that? You wouldn't boom the room?
Of course he would. No, he would kick
John.
all of us to the audience and then start playing. This is all hypnosis, fucking psychology, fucking videos.
No, it's Beamer room. If she asks you anything, you have to do it.
No, he'll kick everybody in the audience and then he'll start playing fucking like audio.
No, it's too late to play those games.
John wouldn't do that.
I'm getting ready to go to bed pretty soon.
Yeah,
Those are more things you do in the morning, you know. Try to break up people's patterns and habits here on this app. Because you know how they say in those rooms where they're like, I'm an expert at pattern recognition. I'm good at looking at finding patterns and such. Like those types. What was that, Uma?
All the time.
Why do you make them sound black?
All I'm trying to say is that it's true. We are
No pattern in zero.
we are actually more of a pattern and an action pattern than anything else. Like being you know, I unfortunately after 5 going on 6 years of observational studies, it turns out that people haven't learned anything in over 5 years. They're just as stupid as when they started. Hello?
John, is that Joe Biden in your fucking John Kitover Instagram showcase?
I'm not sure, but go to mayorkitover.com and join the fight to liberate Chicago from the Democrats. Hello?
John, you know what it looks like? Go look at it real quick. Click on the link. It looks like Biden's staring at the flag, looking away, looking when he's supposed to be like looking at the audience, and he's like just staring at the flag off into nowhere.
Alyssa, I asked both of you why Clone War happened.
It does look like Biden.
No, I asked you both, all gentlemen of America, why is Clone War happen?
How about gentlemen of Thailand? Oh, you go.
United a gentleman of Thailand down there being in an ass and stalking me already in my name. You know what he said on his name? Uma, you're dead.
What I don't understand is how can Stinny even tolerate this app? Like, part of this app is to actually be annoying and to talk. But how could you spend so much time just listening to these horrible people on this app? That's what I don't understand. What kind of a sick person who likes to inflict harm on themselves actually listens to the people on this app? Because people on this app are horribly annoying. Highly annoying people. Like Uma here. Uma, if it was up to me, I would kick you off the stage. I'd kick you to the goo and never let you up. Hello?
It's not.
Yeah, the 100 brand straps are
And I like that.
Uma, you're like part of the immigration crisis in this country. Hello?
I got my Odin sword, and I will chop it in your ass.
Oh, Uma's getting triggered.
Odin.
Oh, poor Uma's getting a little triggered. That's okay. You're a highly annoying person.
This is what I don't understand is why there are some types of lavender that are more like expensive.
Hear that fat girl laugh?
Types of lavender.
You hear that fat girl laugh?
Like, is it lavender?
Hello?
Like,
Hello?
what's the difference between lavender and sensational lavender? Like, this is really two different.
It's all
things.
lavender,
Both
Bima.
Lavender.
Yeah, both lavender.
This is phenomenal lavender, and apparently this is $16.99.
Yeah, BB, please. Please open a room.
BB, take him. Where is BB? Where's BB?
Dan's gonna go tell BB to open the room.
Bima, I want to know though, will you be my,
You could go, Chevy, you could go.
Bima, I got a question for you, Bima.
Is that your boyfriend in the
No, I don't do
Oh my gosh, that's your
Biden's
boyfriend?
light-skinned, that's all I was
Oh my god.
No.
Bima, I got a question for you. Bima, I got a question for you. Can you hear me? Hello? dating a bisexual?
For a man, for me,
I actually got my nipples
that's
pierced.
way too much threat for my mind.
Oh
I
yeah.
can only take threat from one gender.
I pierced my nipples when I was in my 20s and I took them out.
That's pretty. I think
Hey,
that
getting hooked on the fucking seatbelt. Anytime you get out of the fucking car, the seatbelt fucking hook them.
Oh my gosh.
Motherfucker.
Damn.
Nobody.
That's crazy.
Chevy,
All
go
the
ahead and
tattoos
hang
are
out.
piercings.
Okay, Chevy, bye bye. You're gonna go hang out with BB, okay?
I'll come right back.
Come back, Chevy.
All right, go ahead.
I'll come right
Bima,
back.
I got a question for you.
I
Bima.
don't want to kick you, but you want to.
Bima!
Open up the room.
Oh, the room's going fine. Father, open the room. The room's going fine, Dima. I don't know why you're crashing.
No, go because I want you to go and hang out with BB. So
No,
BB, go open the room.
baby's not opening the room yet.
BB, open the room.
When baby opens the room, I will.
Oh my god.
How do you get
I have no
that?
choice.
And
3,
we're-
2,
and
1,
BB to open up.
lift off!
There's a lot of these kids are living a lot, and they don't get credit for that.
Boom.
Maybe because they can't name it, they can't say, "Oh, I'm living this element," but they're born it.
Okay, who boomed the room? That's the name of the room.
Did you do that?
That was me.
Why would you do that?
Oh, I just couldn't take it anymore. The room was pointless, and that girl, what's her, Uma, is beyond, R-worded out, and it's just a waste of time.
I trusted you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to ask you a question.
Listen, why would you do that?
What do you think? Things in life are permanent? Everything is entropy and temporary. Welcome to reality. It's a philosophy. It's a philosophy.
Because I trusted you, but I trusted you with that. Why would you do that to me?
It's not. This is a game, Bima. This is just a game. This is like playing a game. I hit the reset button, and look, we're still here doing the same thing. What's the difference?
Because I trusted you. This is about principle.
Well, do you want me to moderate you so we can, do a room together again right now?
I can't. I'm not. How can I moderate with you now and I can't trust you? You said that you wouldn't do it, and you did it, and you betrayed my trust.
Well, we needed to have some decorum there. I couldn't let Uma just continue to rattle around my brain, for free.
You could have let me know. You could have let me
I couldn't
know
get a
that you-
word in. It's just an obnoxious
But
fucking
you
bang
could
room.
have let me know. Well, no, but you betrayed my trust. Out of all the options that you had.
Well, just go get kidnapped again and go do some drug deals to build up your low level trust factor again. I don't know what to tell you, Bima. This room is called Who Boomed the Room? Who boomed the room? Who boomed the room? Who boomed the room?
And Rich, yeah, and you're right. Yeah, Chevy's right, and I'm so
always fucking
disappointed.
right.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I'm sad and I'm hurt, and I'm leaving.
Oh no! She's sad, disappointed, hurt, and she's leaving. She still didn't answer the question. Who boomed the room?
It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift off!
You knew
Started counting. Yeah, I do.
it was coming. I wasn't gonna sit there and listen to Uma all night long. That's fucking retarded.
Come on, Shani.
Oh. Who boomed the room?
Did that shit. Now they.
Olumi, can you go ahead and give the defense of your position?
Yeah, no problem. We have it here because I actually don't want to waste my time with these subjective conversations. So we're gonna do. Here we
These
go.
people are insufferable.
We're gonna do a quick L So, calling it raping. Pasted onto a 7th century wartime legal system. Islam didn't invent slavery or war captives. It restricted, regulated, and humanized a universal practice and explicitly forbade harming captive women. Learn the law before moralizing the past. Slightly expanded, wartime sabaya, universal reality in all pre-modern civilizations. Islam did not introduce it. It regulated it. Rights, protections, no coercion outside of lawful framework, push towards manumission, which is a big deal. I usually people in America don't know what manumission means. Core text critics ignore. Quran 24:33, do not compel your slave girls to prostitution. That alone destroys the idea of open coercion culture. Context, every major civilization at the time, Byzantines, Romans, Persians, Europeans, Africans, all had slavery. War captives, sexual rights over captives. Islam restricted legally, and is freeing slaves constantly. Closed most avenues into slavery except war.
What's he doing?
Real framing. This isn't Islam versus modern morality. It's 7th century regulated system versus everyone else's unregulated brutality. Cold closed.
What do you mean what he's doing? You haven't heard of ChatGPT psychosis? This is ChatGPT psychosis!
Not comparing, it's called research. That's what it is. You're not comparing Islam to its historical peers. You're comparing it to 2024. That's not analysis. That's moral cosplay.
I got you. I want Deepak to respond. I just want to inform everybody the definition of manumission. It's when you put a dwarf in the end of a cannon. Go ahead, Deepak.
I see.
I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to respond to. There was some gibberish you read out from somewhere that had nothing to do with
Gibberish, I was pretty sure that was high-level English.
I mean, high level, well, barely any kind of sentence structure there, but like, sure.
That was literally an AI. Are you saying you can articulate better than an AI? I highly doubt it.
Like, which AI was it? Can you actually link to it? Because like
ChatGPT Pro, $200 a month. That gives me everything.
You need your money back then.
I don't need my money back. You make your argument. Let's just stop talking shit. Let's stop talking shit, you Punjabi loser. Let's freaking get to the point of it. You got a point. You got some induction. You got some deduction.
Lumi, can you put a link to the AI thing to where we can all hop in the room? I want you to show Deepak how this real world immersion thing. You tried to take MJ. No. Listen, Deepak.
Yeah, you give me an atheist and let me pack him.
The structure thing is only like, a passing for the comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, no, but I'm an atheist Punjabi loser, but
He's not an atheist.
This has nothing to do with anything, right? Like the whole sort of field rape, wartime rape thing was a comment about how like Illumi, what was he before? Cynic Mikhail, right? Was like.
About the past, your memory, I highly doubt is bad. Well, are we talking about a specific topic, and you want to present the truth about it?
Yeah, the topic is you, and the truth about you is that in the past,
you're saying you're saying I had a different perspective from the Orthodox Islamic framework in the past?
I have no idea what perspective you have.
If you have no idea, why do you want to continue to articulate something in the past?
Because I want to make fun of you. That's the whole purpose.
Okay, so you want to make fun of me. So this isn't in good faith. So if I fucking pull my dick out and put it in your mouth right now, that's valid because this is like Texas rules, PvP. You decided to go into PvP with me.
I mean,
I really like that. Somebody use that from now on. PvP.
I just want to make sure people. I mean, they're already seeing it, given how much.
Just manifesting. Look at this guy manifesting because he's literally telling me I want to talk shit to you, and I'm supposed to let this.
Deepak, why
shit stain?
Deepak, hold on. Deepak, why didn't you want to go good faith conversation with him? He was.
You know, Austin would shoot you, right? Because you probably think you're Mexican.
Yeah, I wonder why I wouldn't want to have a good faith conversation with someone who calls me a Punjabi loser. I'm sure there was a reason.
What? You
Bro, get over it, bro.
You wish you were a Punjabi. Come on, let's be honest. You wish you were a Punjabi. We all know you ain't no Punjabi.
Did you call him that?
I said, Punjabi loser. Dude, a Punjabi for an Indian compliment.
That's what that was. Okay, well, look. I mean,
wait. Which group is better than the Punjabis? They're the white people of India.
More and more sure that it's something horrible, right? I mean, like, well, there was the funny thing about you. The funny thing about you is that, like, you are pro-Palestine. Palestine like in the conflict, which we like.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on,
it's
man.
also the case that like, I mean, and Timothy
Talking about Palestine now. Be careful, bro. You're on the red line now.
I mean, look, it'll just look at some point.
Don't violate the perimeter of the Ummah, Deepak.
You just want to move me.
You're just a non-believer, Deepak.
He's already threatening to move me down, bro. We haven't even started.
I'm going to ask him not to intervene. How about that? Because I'm just not allowed to.
I'll do it myself, Deepak. I'll do it myself.
No. Illumi, just don't. Okay, well, whatever. Go ahead.
Right. Well, there are two things about him. One was that, like, you know, this was what, like, amused Timothy greatly was when it turned out that despite being super pro-Palestine, whatever, which is good, it turns out he was actually, like, a member of the U.S. military for a while, and he was, like, doing, like, air support. He was in some sort of support role in the Air Force, right, for, like, bombing missions.
Sucks.
Thank you, pretty much. So that was one thing that was funny about him. The other thing is that, we were discussing, like, wartime. No, I mean, the thing I was referring to earlier was, like, how, like,
Didn't he say he had family in it, though, too? And Timothy called him out for that because he called him, like, saying, well, wait, if you had family, why were you bombing your own family or something?
You guys, Michaela's an Ifitata survivor.
The other thing I've been trying to get out is, like, this is how it all started, right, is when we were discussing just, like, war, like, you know, I don't know, the ethics of wartime stuff, right? Like, turns out, and he was making this case that, like, you know, that rape during wartime is justified by, you know,
This is his song. My wonderful.
I love the new title. Thank you. You honor me. Is it a projection?
Oh, that was you again.
He boomed the room, Uma. We trusted him and he boomed the room.
Oh, you're making him more.
Can you stand it? Can you stand he boomed the room? So disappointing. So this is a song. This is a quick song. I hope you could make out the lyrics. Okay, here we go.
It's funny how the goals seem to change, but the hustle remains the same, you know what I mean?
Listen to the lyrics.
Like that shit that Kobe.
Can you hear them?
Are you a different animal?
Yes.
And the same beat.
Are you a different animal and the same beast?
That's the game of hard work, focusing hands, we all got 24 hours. How you living your day? Are you working off a plan or just floating in space? If you could watch your life over, what would you say? Did you really go and get it like no one who ever did it? Or did you half-ass it with excuses for your absence? How many heartbeats you got left before a casket? If tomorrow was the end, is today a good last one? That's just a few honorary questions you should ask yourself. I pray that give you motivation to go craft yourself. Make the poor mental, physical, and spiritual health. I pray you smile through it all and come through it like God. Miracles every minute, we heroes and we infinite. I dare you to zero in and be careful with every minute while living life with no limits, no fear. It's written in it. We cheers cause we be winning shit tears for happy endings. It's a gift, it's a journey. Singing on the journey. You must evolve like the blade blue. And be the star at the planet, you. Now get your goddamn hustle and go hard till you go home. This that Mamba mentality. We gon' make every day legacy. And I dare you to go and get it.
Isn't it so good? I love him. That is Cess the Fifth. That is Cess the Fifth, Mamba mentality. He is incredible, and I'm just so proud of him. I just love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting though. It's like I don't have a lot of poetry that I've made in a while, because a lot of it I did, you know, I got like all my energy out during like the Obama years. So.
Wasn't it just so good?
Yes. Why you like it so much, though?
Because it really captures what is it called? I don't want to use the same word. Oh my goodness. One of my favorites is Mr. Edward. Hello, Mr. Edward. And Raya. Hi, Raya. Hi, everybody else. Mr. Edwards, what an incredible, encouraging, uplifting, positive man. The best that I've ever found on Clubhouse. If I could choose one person to listen to every single day, it would be him. Nobody else. Nobody else. Mr. Edwards right down there. Yeah, Mr. Edwards, down here. Edward Lynn. Mm-hmm. Mr. Edward?
Love to come up, Mr. Edward.
Oh, I would listen to him every day. He's so encouraging.
What does he talk about?
He gives out very just encouraging, positive, uplifting reverberations of go get it, you craft your own legacy, you could do whatever your mind. It's so wonderful to be refreshed because we live in these cycles of depression, and then we think that we're helpless and we don't have options, and it's just so good to be reminded of our incredible power. And so yeah, hi, Mr. Edward.
You know, I gotta say, Mr. Edward, I kind of find you a little annoying because you're like a broken record, Dr. Edward. When I look in the mirror, all I do is I say, Edward is the problem. Edward is responsible for this. And, you know, I'm just saying, Edward, try to get something new material, something inspirational to help the young people instead of just telling them about personal responsibility. Maybe just read from the Bible, Dr. Edward. Just read from the book of Proverbs.
Well, you know what the Bible says, right? Personal responsibility. You got to do it. So I'm going to keep doing the same thing because at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves. So we got to make it happen. So.
And because I'm the Mark Alistair Crowley, you have to behave.
No, he's behaving.
That's right.
But it's my honor to hear your voice and this picture of you and your wife. Is that true?
Right. Yeah, that's my wife. That's
it is so beautiful.
The woman who said yes to me. So I'm very happy.
How did you ask her to get married?
Well, we've been in the same fellowship for 47 years.
You not getting sick of her?
Why would I get sick of her?
Okay.
No, we've been in the same fellowship since she was 16 years old.
So, is she now?
Wow.
We have the same foundation, the same understanding about what we both agree to, what we believe in. Our children have the same philosophy, ideology, because like Mr. Ellis just said, our foundation is the Word of God, which never changes. So that's what we do.
What a sweet love story.
So, well, you know, Bima, I always tell people, if you really want to have a good relationship, you have to meet people in your community. Unfortunately, so many people are meeting people outside of community, outside their zip code. They meet them online, swipe left, swipe right, all this other stuff. And then they wonder why they have problems because they don't know the background of people. They haven't been around them long enough.
Then your life is small then.
Huh?
Then your life is just a small radius of people.
Well, not necessarily. I think your life is large when you have community. Like if you just take the zip code you currently live in, just Google it. How many people live in your zip code that you've never met?
But I don't care anymore about people.
No, I know. but you do care about people. You shouldn't say that.
No, because I can hear when people care or not. And it's 0 point. No, if you think about God, I was like, can you explain to me about just that word? And why is your wife is not a goddess in their God, stupid fuckery, a program I
don't understand what you mean by that.
Bima, can you translate?
That one's a mom. Sorry, I can't translate that one.
I mean, like, if I look at you and your soulmate meet at 15, some of the people here are still lost soul and being an asshole like the one who copied my name, follow my ass around this app and thinking he is doing the right thing. Cursing my dad, my parents, and all he does is just following my ass around and thinking he's doing the right thing as a lost soul in his own ass.
Oh, see down in the audience. Okay.
And listening from the website and thinking he has power, anything over me, and he's just sell Botox.
Could we?
She looks angry.
No, you cannot block him. So this one, you just don't know how to take this.
Crownsville.
Yes, we hear you.
Yes, not depth, and I can hear your soul.
Okay. So there's a couple things that you're doing right now that you may not be aware of.
No, I am aware of all of my words.
Okay. So what
do not speak for me, and I'm not.
I'm not speaking for you. I said you may not be aware of it.
Oh, you get rid of them. How did you do that?
Okay, the number one thing how you do is stop focusing on them.
No. Okay, all right. No. You don't know the whole story. I mean, I'm using this app to be a tool to learn how to read listening to soul and voice. And I let them bully me. I give them unconditional love for a certain period of time.
I'm sorry, but I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
You're talking about Aleister Crowley. Because that's your name. And Freemasonry, fuckery, of cult, of whatever America.
Oh, you don't like books? You don't like reading things and then talking about them or trying to incorporate it into your personal psychology, your own artwork?
Freemasonry team of fuckery.
I know, but English isn't your first language. What do you speak? Tagalog?
No.
Vietnamese?
No, I don't want to speak to Aleister Crowley.
Okay. Uh-oh, go to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, is that personal responsibility? Edward, if somebody was personally responsible, would they ad hominem project like that? Hello?
I'm surprised she hasn't kicked you, Mr. John Kitover. You boomed our room and we trusted you, and we're not happy with it.
Yes, we are not happy with Aleister.
Well, you guys are in the same room doing the same thing. It's just nothing new under the sun. No one can boom a room. That's just an expression.
That doesn't. No, you know what you did, and this is. I would say.
This is retaliation.
Disorder. Not accountability.
Oh, NPD. Now I got NPD. It's just one of my problems is narcissistic personality disorder.
You were entrusted with the green bean in the room, and you did it anyway.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Uma is a highly annoying person.
It has nothing to do.
I couldn't take that. I wasn't gonna leave. No.
Betraying my trust. You understand that? It has nothing.
I never believed that I had your trust. You're putting out false beliefs. Oh, good, Dennis is here. Hey, Dennis. Dennis is one of my top students as a coach. Dennis has been a huge success story. Dennis, maybe you could share with everybody about your bull riding journey in Spain, how you flew above the bulls.
Mr. Edward, I think I would advise you to close your ears.
Tread fucking lightly.
It's bad now. It's bad. The room has turned. It's turned downward, and it's only down from here, Mr. Edward. I would not want to expose my incredible,
Edward's gonna talk down to us now. Hold on.
I do not want to expose my Mr. Edward to this hodgepodge.
Go ahead, Edward. Talk down to us.
Well. So one of the things I've learned in life is to be motivated. So my motivation is really simple. I'm very careful how I hear. It just makes the world bigger.
Edward, do you still use an AOL email address? Try to get ahead with the times, Edward.
Maybe you should listen, Edward, when everybody tells you that you're very fucking condescending.
Listen, Mr. Edward.
Maybe you should be like, everybody says I'm condescending and I
Can
talk
you
to other people.
please allow Mr. Edward to respond?
No, it's okay.
Because he's black.
Okay, so do you think that's
Holy
appropriate
shit.
because you say I'm condescending, right? Do you think that because you say that I'm condescending, that means I'm condescending?
No, everyone on this app said you're condescending, except for Mud Shark.
No, I do not say. I don't think, Edward, I don't think you're condescending, so he's making an all or nothing statement here, Edward.
Liar. You gave me a laughing emoji when I said it.
Well, you're teasing him, but it's not totally accurate.
No.
Hey, bro, how you doing today, bro?
Nick's sounding great again.
What's up, bro?
One of my favorite Tony Soprano...
He likes me more than he likes you.
Pro, you know what my favorite Tony Soprano quote is?
Block them all. What are they doing, Uma? They're adding me. Like, they just come in and they add me.
What do you mean? Those are my burner accounts. I added everybody on stage with my burner.
I'm not sure.
Edward, can we try to keep this topical and stick to the room title here?
Mr. Edward, I've given you authority.
Oh, no, I just want to talk to Pro today, find out what was the most motivating thing to ask to him today. What's going on, Pro?
Hearing me speak was the most motivational thing he's done all day.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, boss?
That's my life, Pro. What's good with you?
Nothing. I just got home here. Well, my mother's apartment, watching some UFC. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm heading to the airport. Get ready to go to Fort Worth. I'm flying into Dallas. We have a cemetery funeral convention for the next 3 days.
Something positive, or I'm hoping.
Yeah. Well, it's convention. You know, convention season comes. You see all the new stuff that they have, all the new software, and how to grow our businesses. So it's going to be very positive.
Edward, do you think,
What's the name of the convention?
Edward,
ICCFA, the Experience International Cemetery Cremation Funeral Association Convention in Fort Worth, Texas.
Edward, don't you think there should be federal funding to preserve our national treasures of, burial sites, and then maybe even money to like support families so they can, get a proper burial? Don't you think the government should help pay for some of that? Hello?
No, I do not think the government should be involved in responsible for their citizens. I think the citizens, remember what JFK said? Do not ask what your country can do for you. You should ask what you can do for your country.
I get it, but
Oh, wow.
you know what the socialist said?
Tax system is for slavery system.
You know what Bima the socialist said? She said from birth to death, from the baby ward to the crematorium, Bima believes the government should help you at all steps of life, and that universal health care is a human fucking right.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, it should be free. Everything on this planet should be free.
Yeah, everything should be free. I mean, I should be able to just...
Reassignment surgery for Uma.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Okay, how do you come to the conclusion that something should be free?
Because we just say it. We don't think about it, Edward. We just fucking say it. That's what a good communist socialist does.
That question was presented to Bima. Bima, please answer.
Every fucking thing. Everything I answer.
Bima's the one who made the claim.
Okay,
Not John.
I'm just going to ask the question. Bima, why do you believe that things should be free?
Because they're as free to breathe.
Wait, wow, Bima sounds so fucking different.
I think things should be free? I don't think things should be free.
Okay, so what do you think should happen?
I think that each individual and human being in the world is their own sovereign, wonderful creation. And I want to make sure that they have the full freedom scope as much as possible. Excuse me. You're interrupting my flow. And
I'm going to kick him out if you do that again.
Shut the fuck up, Uma.
And so, you're gonna go. And so I believe that he laughed. Great, thank you.
No, I can't.
So good. And so I believe that each human being should have full authority to the maximum capacity of freedom, as long as they're not interfering with the next person's personal property, which would be starting with their person and the extension of which would be their personal property. So ultimately, I want maximum amount of freedom, least amount of harm, ultimate sovereignty over one's life.
Okay. So, do you know the breakdown of the word freedom?
Well, the way that I understand it is how I would explain it is the ability to move and make choices without negative consequences.
Okay. So, if you look at the word freedom, it's made up of two words, free and dome. Free means dominance. Okay? Free dominance, meaning I should be free to dominate over Edward. That I should be able to control.
No.
Okay, Yuma, please, 1 second.
Yes, no.
All right, go ahead, Yuma. You can speak.
This is the priority problem. Because in seeing, what is the most important for you, Mr. Edward? Your soul or your wife's soul? Can you answer? Which one is more important for you, mister?
We're equally responsible for life. Every human being's purpose.
We are soul. We are sentient or we are celestial. Or what are you doing, sir?
Okay, so
you're acting like you're a god over other, and where are all the goddess?
Okay, so I try to figure out where you're heading. So could you please explain to me?
There's no goal or objective here, Edward. There's no goal or objective, Edward.
Okay, all right. So this is what I will share with you, Miss Dima. We have sovereignty. We have agency. Every problem I've ever had in my life is the one that I made a choice, and I suffer consequences of the choice I made. So in life, I'm going to continue to live that way. So I am personally responsible 100% for the outcome of my life.
What about that Cameroonian kid that put the copper in your phone? That put the copper in your phone. Did he have the same ability to do whatever you're doing?
Before that, he was just not listening for what Bima was.
What about like all the people
that had to sacrifice their lives
result? Yeah.
For you to just be able to,
for the woman.
Edward, I recently bought a.
From a grocery store. What about those people?
Edward, I recently bought a new iPhone.
People don't think about those people, do they?
They don't.
You can go ask your wife and ask her the same question,
Edward.
And I would say, all women would just take the pain and the blame for him.
Edward, I recently bought a new iPhone, and unfortunately, there was actually a Chinaman's finger in the box. Was it my personal responsibility, or was it the Chinaman's responsibility who manufactured the phone for me, or was it me, the buyer? Edward, do tell. How do we, what's the silver lining in personal responsibility in exchange?
Like, hey, if you just pull yourself up by the bootstrap, you'll just...
Exactly.
You can really do it too. Everybody can do it.
That's what I wrote back to Apple. I said, unfortunately, I found a Chinese finger in my Apple iPhone 19 box, but I'm writing back a letter to say, accidents happen, and this young man can pull himself up by the bootstrap. And if he does...
Should we tell him the truth? At your expense, I'm blessed. Could you say that? Could you tell him the truth? At your expense, I get to do all these fun and...
Yeah, I get to sit on Clubhouse all day and just conference call while he has to assemble, phones all day. And there's also security jump nets outside the window if he can't take it anymore. That's how charitable we are.
Sweatshops.
Yeah, slavery is actually just, called something else now to try to keep it polite. But the truth is, many people's lives, they will be slaves for their entire lives. How does that make you feel, Bima? Hello?
I'm still reeling from the violation of personal trust that I afforded you and you broke.
This isn't a consensual contractual agreement. That was a non-consensual implicit contractual agreement. And unfortunately, you arranged it. You set it up.
I asked you.
You Solomon tested yourself.
I trusted you and you said I asked you and you said no, you wouldn't. You said no, you wouldn't.
So just for that alone, I'm gonna punish you.
Ooh, you gonna spank me, Uma? Ooh.
Yes.
She kicked me.
Generally, is that RNA vaccines were new, right? Except for like maybe experimental treatments at the time when the COVID vaccine was developed and widely
This
deployed.
is all pedantic, like nitpicking on the part of Bob. He obviously knows what I'm talking about.
It's not nitpicking. You're like presenting it like there were only two kinds of vaccines, and I'm saying there are like 5 or 6.
Well,
I'm not disputing that mRNA vaccines were new.
yes, it is nitpicking because you're focusing on technicalities and missing the point.
I'm not focusing on technicalities. I'm just correcting the wrong thing you said.
Shut up.
I'm not trying to argue against.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is there anybody here who that took the COVID-19 vaccine that has sour grapes and buyer's remorse? Hello?
Sorry, if I can just finish.
Hey, go ahead.
Right. So the idea is like we have all these proven ways of making vaccines that have been used for decades, and yet now along comes COVID, and people have to use a completely novel technology that has never been tested in humans. Not only that, it has to be administered universally to like people who never come into contact with anybody else, who have very low chance. I don't know, like truck drivers in Canada, or blah blah blah, or people who have COVID in the past 6 months. It suddenly doesn't matter if you had COVID and you're likely immune for I don't know, like how many months or years. You have to get the vaccine universally.
Universal vaccination.
Not only that, we were told you're stupid to think this vaccine is not safe. Not only
trust the science. Trust the science.
Exactly, trust the science. It was all like complete.
You guys are all potatoes. None of you went to school. Just them. They went to school.
Right. Why does it have to be completely novel technology never previously tested? Why do you have to lie to people and say you can test the vaccine in 6 months or like a year? Traditionally, FDA tests require like 10 to 15 years prior to being approved, a medication being approved.
It's because it was a national emergency and Operation Warp Speed was a $2 trillion federal funding package. They had to rush it through. Don't you know that Pfizer, Moderna, J&J have your best interest at heart and they would never, ever lie to you? And they got to make their billions in profits at your mistake. It's called propaganda, and it was long in the making. It's called Operation Warp Speed. It's a federally funded program underneath the George Bush administration. Look it up. And they just recently arrested Dr. Fauci's assistant, and the whole criminal network is coming down. But it probably won't, because no one actually cares. Hello?
Let's wrap up the memeing soon. Like, Bob, you're a medical professional. You want to answer any of this?
I mean, I agree that maybe some places, I think some of the policies were taken overboard. Like, I'm not sure to which extent it needed to be. I don't think it was, like, it wasn't forced here on anyone. So maybe it was in the U.S., maybe some groups said that. As far as I know, there wasn't any vaccine mandate. Like, you weren't forced to take it unless you were, like, in the military or worked for healthcare or something like that.
Right. We're not discussing Sweden. Like, Sweden had a completely different policy. We're discussing most of the West. In most of the West, you were forced to take the vaccine. You can't travel. You can't go to school. You're going to lose your job.
I'll travel, but...
Yeah,
that's different. Like, in the U.S., like the...
But sorry. What I would be concerned there is like state enforced mandates, not like your private company.
Yes, state enforced mandates at scale in almost every state.
State enforced mandates.
Yes, there were, Bob. Yes, there were, Bob.
I don't think in any sense. No, I don't think so. Like, not in the sense that I think Bob means. like you could argue like to what degree there was compulsion based on like say I don't know when you travel did you have to like did you have to show like the T?
Yes, you can't even come into the United States unless you're vaxxed. It was Thomas Massey that got rid of that.
Say you're vaccinated or something.
If you travel to a different country, you have to show your vaccine card.
No, look, we're talking about the U.S. now, right? Just for simplicity of case, or I mean, we could talk about every single country as opposed.
Yes, we're talking about the U.S. You had to get vaxxed, otherwise your ass couldn't come into the country.
Well, that is different, right?
That is different? How is that not forced compulsion? Do what we tell you to do and take an experimental cocktail in your bloodstream, otherwise you can't come into our country.
Compulsion. I'm saying it's different in the sense that, like, you know, all countries have like far more stringent requirements for crossing their border. Like, if you're going to go from like fucking, I don't know, well, here's an example. Like,
Oh, except for the illegal aliens, the millions that poured in over the border, those didn't count. They didn't have to vaccinate.
If you're just going to overtalk, right, then just don't participate.
Okay, just kick me because I already said what I want to say. You vax miserable people can live with it. I could care less at this point.
Take care of this.
Yeah, take care of the anti-vaxxer because you guys all got, buyer's remorse. Hello?
Go ahead,
Okay, bye-bye. No, I'm just saying, look, obviously, like,
Bye-bye.
The regulations...
Bye-bye.
Crossing a border...
Bye-bye.
We're not talking about that. Like, those are just going to be far more stringent. You know, like, for example, if you have the HIV virus, you're just not allowed in the U.S.
Oh my God, you're not? If you have HIV virus?
Vaccine was compelled. So, for instance, you couldn't go to school.
I don't know why we all know that. It depends on what we mean by compulsion. Right?
What is compulsion? What does it mean? What is compulsion and what does it mean?
Compulsion.
What is compulsion and what does it mean?
My company had...
Don't tell me what your opinion is. I know the
I started
facts.
talking and you interrupted.
You are interrupting me. Do not talk over me, mother of chort.
Right, and make largely the same point you were going to make, which is that there was a degree of compulsion.
You mother...
workplace mandates.
You mother chort, you.
So yeah, look, I'm not
saying that we need to determine what the word compulsion means.
Judgments, and even, given the information we had at the time, might have been like...
Hello?
The wrong judgment to make, right?
Right.
Just let the anti-vaxxers just horribly exaggerate what happened.
It's not just poor judgment.
It's difficult to take seriously.
Poor judgment, because you use an unproven vaccine technology to globally vaccinate everybody, right? The potential negative consequences from this could be catastrophic. Plausible medical reasons to think that the side effects could have been catastrophic. Like, specifically, it contains a substance that, that crosses cell membranes. The mRNA was enclosed in a type of fatty acid that can cross cell membranes into any tissue, and it delivers a foreign substance that your immune system can recognize as foreign, and it affects all your tissues. So plausibly, it can increase autoimmune disorders. So there's that plausible medical reason, that plausible biomedical plausible side effects. So why do you have to use this unproven technology and globally vaccinate everybody?
I'm not sure, you're saying it's unproven, right? But, this medicine did go through, this thing did go through, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 trials. They were accelerated in the sense of, being parallelized, right? Which trials, the FDA trials usually aren't, right? You go through stage 1, then stage 2, then stage 3. But, the kind of trials we kind of require for any such, vaccine, any such category of drug, right? It went through. Right.
I don't
So I don't know what unproven. Every new thing is unproven. Right? Ozempic is unproven. Why are we letting people take Ozempic?
Okay, explain to me, because it went through the usual FDA approval process. Explain to me if the typical FDA approval process for any medication, let alone a medication you're gonna force everybody to take, takes about 10 to 15 years. Is it reasonable for you to say that this vaccine is exception, and it could have undergone those processes in 6 months?
I don't know actually. One thing I do know that is that like stage 2 and stage 3 were done in parallel, right? Which is supposed to like shorten the time. Now you're saying that like a typical thing takes like 10 years, right? So it's reasonable, I suppose, to ask like, wow, how could it possibly have been shortened to like 2 years? I mean, I'd have to look up what an answer to that is, but I imagine
Why it takes 10 years, Deepak?
because you're looking for like longitudinal studies of like the long-term effect.
Yeah, right. Stage 1 and stage 2 are not the problem. Stage 1 is just like looking at like cells, like cells in a petri dish, or giving it to like animals. And then stage 2 is like giving it to a couple of people. But then stage 3 and 4 is you give it to like 10,000 people and you observe for long-term side effects. How could you possibly determine if this thing has long-term side effects, specifically autoimmune side effects, just from like looking at studying it for 6 months?
Off the top of my head, I don't know what the answer to that is, right? Like, Bob, do you know?
Well, obviously you couldn't.
No, I have no idea. I'm to check deep into that sort of thing.
I mean, this is the kind of question that
I assume there were screenings, but they probably weren't as rigorous as one would want.
They did have, just so you guys know, they did have multiple states that were vax or fire. The more stricter states, they'd have a vax or fire. It wasn't even you couldn't do testing. You had to do a vaccine. If you did not do it, you would be fired. It was straight up.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's just like workplace mandates. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm talking. Sorry. I mean state mandated. No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about just private, corporations. That's fine. Or private companies. That's not a problem. Obviously, I agree.
You're saying the state mandated that you couldn't work anywhere unless like you were.
No. Sorry. You couldn't work at a state-funded job. Yeah.
Yeah, and the level of
And a lot of states allowed for testing. Yeah, a lot of states allowed for testing as an alternative, but there were some like New York, vax or fire, Washington, Oregon. There were several states that were very strict, and they would basically say if you didn't get the vaccine, you would be fired. That was it. And so it was immediate it was vaccination or immediately subject to being fired.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the most astounding thing about this is that the level of mind control was just I've never seen anything like that from the beginning to end. So I was working in I'm not gonna tell you where, but I came in a mask, and they told me to take the mask. This was at the beginning of the COVID epidemic, like maybe like 2 weeks in or a month in, and I came to my workplace in a mask, and our facility had a policy that you couldn't wear a mask because Fauci declared that masks are not effective, and if in fact he wrote an article.
What the fuck you have to do with Hungary? Why is it? What? Look, are you just like living in like this bubble of U.S. right wing media that like?
These people. Masks are going to decrease transmission. But my facility boss told me I have to take off the mask. I can't wear a mask because, like, there was this policy that, it's just like a random policy that you can't wear a mask because I think Fauci wrote an article in New York Times. I don't know where he wrote it, that masks are not effective, that it's like magic, it's like akin to magical thinking, blah, blah, blah. Suddenly,
that distancing needs to be maintained. Distancing is the priority, not the mask.
Yeah, anyway, suddenly a month later, everybody has to wear a mask. Doesn't matter where you go, blah, blah, blah. And you have to be stupid for thinking that you don't wear a mask. You have to be crazy for not wearing a mask. Then suddenly, you have to, it obviously came from a lab. And then they told you, no, you're just stupid, you're crazy. You think it came from a lab? You're obviously crazy conspiracy theorists. And then it turns out that the U.S. government, at least like I think the CIA, thought all along that it actually came from a lab. And then suddenly with the vaccines, oh, well, you have to be crazy for thinking it's not a safe vaccine. Like, blah, blah, blah. It just goes on and on and on and on. So, like, it's pure gaslighting.
It's impossible to have these conversations when all Agamemnon wants to do is its polemics. Like, these are just like widely exaggerated points.
Yeah.
I can't take it. So I can't take it. I can't take it seriously. So
what is exaggerated about it?
I mean, like the masks.
Nobody. First of all, nobody was vindicated about lab leak thing. Maybe some part of the CIA thought it was a lab leak, but I mean, the vast majority of the scientific consensus didn't lean that way, and still don't. So. I don't know what that's about. And all the exaggerations about like, oh, everyone has to wear a mask from 1 month to another. When was that? Like you already saying from 1 month nobody should wear a mask, and then who said that? Which government official or said that? Oh, you're a fucking idiot if you don't wear a mask in a matter of like a month. Who said that?
Oh my god.
The problem, a lot of the problems with COVID, and I encountered nice and stuff. A lot of the time, now you're just filibustering. You just hate to do when someone does it to you. You're not a serious person.
Okay.
A lot of the time, what's wrong with the conversation? I love you. A lot of time, what's wrong with the conversation about COVID? Thank you. A lot of time, what's wrong with the conversations about COVID is that everyone takes all of the stuff that happened in a time span of like 2 years and compresses it into the meat grinder. It's like, oh, this happened, then that happened, and it was like, oh, but those were like 10 months apart, bro. And there were good reasons for saying one thing at one point, another thing at another point. But people just go, oh, they said this, and then they said that.
No, we understand that they're trying to figure it out.
Are you done with your epic monologue, Bob, and can other people...
Epic monologue? That was like way shorter than any of the monologues you've just had.
The lack of preparation, even though they knew. We have correspondent Epstein was talking about this. Epstein, and that these stages that we didn't have a mock, we weren't prepared. That is where I believe someone can contest. And
which healthcare official said? Sorry. Which healthcare official said from 1 month to the next?
Official said that, but you're not letting people speak.
No, but which government body, which scientists, which doctors even remotely hinted at that?
Well, like
I'm sure it wasn't Fauci.
He's framing it in an exaggerated way, right? But what did happen? What did happen in the U.S.?
You overtalk everybody now. Your sidekick Deepak, he just wants to overtalk.
No, I just want to try to bring some clarity to this.
This is what Aga does when he's nervous. Like when he thinks he has a point, and when he thinks he has like the argument locked, he'll just patiently wait, and then he'll give his rebuttal, then patiently wait. When he knows he's completely out of this depth, he just flounders, filibusters, complains, bitches, cries.
This is exactly what.
Come on, we both know it's true. Come on.
Calling the kettle black. This is exactly.
Come on. No, it's not exactly what I do.
Well,
I actually behave quite consistently.
Look, if you had a point, you would just let me respond.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, so you're not gonna let me.
I have points, but I frequently call you out for your like dumb rhetorical shenanigans.
So you're not gonna let me respond.
No, of course I am. Well, you were in a dispute with Deepak just now. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Well, look, on the mask thing specifically, like there is a version of this that's like greatly exaggerated, but it is true that in the U.S., like in the month, like immediately after, there was this general guidance from the FDA that like masks are ineffective, unless like maybe there's an N95 or something.
Right.
A month later, yeah, I mean, I think like the science just improved, right? Our understanding of the transmission improved, and they were like, yeah.
That's the biggest thing I've heard.
And it did turn out, and what we found out later is that, like, there was a great deal of uncertainty. Right? It's not like the FDA knew that masks worked, right? They just had they did kind of over-report their confidence, right, in their belief that like masks would be ineffective. Because there were studies that showed that masks would have been effective.
They wanted to highlight that they were ahead of this, and they knew what they were talking about, and that's what they wanted to highlight.
Look,
I agree, the government gaslit us.
yeah, Yeah, it's completely false. It's not that there was data that masks are not effective, and then suddenly the data came in that masks are effective. You could know from the beginning, from the first SARS epidemic. In fact, this is what I did. Like when COVID started, I looked up like data on masks and SARS transmission from this first SARS epidemic. And there's data that it reduced transmission by, I don't know, like 80% or something like that. And in fact, this is the data I took to my facility administrator when they told me not to wear any masks because they're not effective. So this is the way I know this stuff. But the data didn't change. What happened is that they were trying to conserve masks for healthcare professionals. And that's why they lied to people that, hey, masks are stupid. They're like it's akin to magical thinking that a mask is going to decrease transmission. And then suddenly when more masks were available, like, I don't know, a month or 2 months later, suddenly, oh yeah, the science just changed. It's a complete lie.
We should have all been listening to Agamemnon, you guys.
Well, you should have been using your common sense and your God-given rational faculties instead of being led by Fauci.
Again, what is with you and Fauci? I don't get it. Like, are you always been like living
they're all very mad about Fauci.
Either the fact that
this poor man trying to do the best he could.
Fauci, you just want to latch on to this general right-wing, like, Huh? No, I don't get what Agamemnon has against Fauci, who lives like a continent away from him, right? Like,
it's just the same right-wing spiel. Like, it's not very deep.
Look, shouldn't he be like stopping
tribalistic polemics? Just like, what was the talking point I was supposed to say?
Honestly, it is an easily defeated talking point. When you look at the whole international
Just do a poll and ask
if
for
you think the United States or the
and
United States
satisfaction.
government
That
is
comes with
conspiring against
X.
the science, then what about Turkey? What about all the Muslim world? What about India? What about China? What about all these guys? Are these guys all sitting in the White House and conspiring around the same satanic globe as what you believe, Fauci or Trump or anything? No, I doubt.
No, they were doing exactly the same.
I completely
The
agree.
mass vaccines are extremely defensive, angry, and super uninformed, brainwashed,
Was like
propagandist fools.
which involved lying to people, not giving them complete information.
I'm sorry, I trust Erdogan. Now, if Erdogan is saying there need to be, and we got their scientists over there, and they're like coming up to the same conclusions, that's fine. And Pfizer was a Turkic guy too, like the guy who's in China. So if there's Muslims, I understand. I do believe everything to be skeptic of everything. I agree. I'm skeptic of governments. I think that's just an American thing. But nevertheless, you got other people who don't align with the United States. You got Israel, for God's sakes. These guys, if Fauci and the whole him being do it, you got Israel. What are you going to do about that?
Yeah, I'm merely talking about the quickly changing recommendations in the United States and most of the Western world. I don't know what happened in Turkey. I'm telling you that the recommendation changed quickly and radically in such a way that it was obvious that the science didn't change because science was there all along. It was more like a pragmatic recommendation designed to maximize masks for healthcare workers, but ultimately, it involved lying.